Welcome to our podcast, Our Experience Learning English. Today, we are going to talk about our experiences learning English, the language, especially focusing on speaking, which was the main skill in this course. We will each share our personal perspective, and I would like to start with mine. Okay, this is a general question for everyone. What has your experience been like learning English? What challenges have you faced and what has helped you improved? Okay, this is my answer. For me, learning English has been a long journey with many emotions and lessons. At the beginning, I felt very nervous about speaking because it was the skill that scared me the most. I was afraid of pronouncing words incorrectly, forgetting vocabulary, or not being able to express myself the way I want. Speaking has definitely been my biggest challenge, but also the most important part of this course, English conversation, because speaking was the main focus this semester. I had to push myself to participate more even when I didn't feel totally confident. At first, it felt uncomfortable, but little by little, I realized that the only way to improve speaking is by actually speaking. Mm, to get better, I start practicing in small ways in my daily life. I listened to music and repeat phrases. I watched videos and tried to imitate the pronunciation. And I tried to use English more naturally during classes. Practicing with my classmates also helped a lot because we were all learning together, making mistakes, and improving every week. Overall, learning English, especially the speaking part, has been very positive experience. It taught me to be patient, to trust myself, and not to be afraid of making mistakes. Every conversation, even simple ones, showed me that I am moving forward. Speaking went from being my biggest fear to one of the skills I feel proud of improving. And okay, that's my experience. Now I would like to hear from my classmates who would like to share the next.
Okay, greetings. Responding to my other question, my reflection or English learning journey is my journey in English in learning English began in 2022 within the university environment. I have this motivation to master second language, and English immediately captured my attention since it is an essentiality tool for personal and professional development. However, my most significant initial change was TOEFL on the one hand the correct pronunciation, on second, on the other the complexly the understand inconcretely apply different grammatical points in the context. To overcome this barrier, I implemented several effective strategies. The most powerful was shadowing. I would choose a celebrate interview. I like focusing on participate, repeat on the weekends, imitating the rhythm, and into manage this allowed me to loosen up the engage fluently with the word that I previously found difficult. In addition, I incorporate the use of I toe twists with greatly hippen. My review improving the articulation of the words I found challenging. As for the most memorable experience of the learning process and discovering the culture behind the culture has been the most rewarding understanding and learning about is gastronomy, music, and literally not only enriched my vocabulary but also made the process much more incredible and motivate. Currently, my future goal is to achieve an advanced proficiency that allow me communicate with complete fluency and precision in any academy or professional setting. Okay, next we will continue listening to the other question, please.
Okay, I like that question because my experience learning English has been a profound, meaningful, and enriching process that has contributed to both my academic development and my personal growth. Every Tuesday, I had English class, and over time, these sessions become one of the most anticipated moments of the week, as they always represent an opportunity to improve my skills and face a new linguistic challenge. One of the characteristics I value most about his teaching was the use of varied interactive methods. For example, in many classes, we use English videos that show with real conversation, everyday situation, or excepts from educational programs. After watching the videos, we did activities like answering a question, debating ideas, analyzing the context. In addition, conversation exercise pair or groups activities. This type of interaction allow me to develop a great fluency and overcome my fear of making mistakes, understanding that making um, strengthen my overall skills and expand my knowledge of English structures. Another aspect that positively influenced my learning was the classroom environment. The teacher forgets an open, respectful, and participatory attitude, which made us all feel comfortable practicing. This climate of trust was essential for developing confidence in my abilities, mm, and for daring to speak more often. Thank you.
My answer to the question is I learned English by combining reading, listening, and speaking methods. Reading habits might understand new vocabulary and sentence structures, listening to out activities and conversations improved my pronunciation and tuning me how read English sounds. Speaking in interactive meetings allowed me to practice what he learning and gain confidence by using these three methods. thought I improved my comprehensions, phrases, and communication in a natural and effective way. Thank you for joining us today. I hope is reflections on learning English towards reading, listening, and speaking methods inspires you to keep participants every day. Remember, progress comes for concise and real interaction. See you in the next episode.